Hi, welcome to Pat's Pondering. I'm a little late in the day today, but I still made it on Wednesday. Today we're reading out of the Chicken Soup for the Soul 100 Good Stories. Well, that was funny by Amy Newmark. It's just a cute little book. Today is Yankee Doctor Down South. Laughter is the shortest distance between two people. That was written by Victor Borg. Yankee's Doctor Down South. He was one of the first patients I saw during my first week on the job at the Veterans Memorial Center, our medical center, in a small North Carolina town in August of 2003. We just moved there from New York City, and my Brooklyn accent was still pretty strong. My patient had his own thick Southern accent, making it hard for me to understand him. The 58-year-old veteran had been through some tough times. Clearly, his lower back pain was only part of his problems. He now lived alone in a trailer with no television and told me he could use some inexpensive home entertainment. "Have you thought about visiting a pawn shop?" I asked. Oh, the man's dull demeanor turned sharp and his face flushed. "Well, I'd be too embarrassed," he said, but I could tell that he liked the idea. Encouraging him, I noted, "I've been to many pawn shops in my life. I was a bit embarrassed to be seen going into one the first time, but then I got over it. There's nothing to be ashamed about." A bit of gleam shot in the melancholic eyes. "You're a real respectable looking lady. If you can do it, I guess I could too. But I imagine, were you at New York City, no one knew you." "Well, that's true," I replied. "However, I wouldn't be embarrassed to enter a pawn shop here in Salisbury." "Maybe," he said, "that's because you don't know anybody here yet, so there's no one to catch you doing it." I contemplated that thought. Well, I do know some people here now, and I wouldn't mind if any of them saw me entering a pawn shop. "I sure would perk me up," the fellow said, warming to the idea. "Do you think the VA would pay for it?" I doubted that, and he said he doubted it too. But he just had to ask. "I can afford to buy new things, but I still like going to secondhand stores," I told him. "There's no reason to be embarrassed about being careful about your money." "Oh, Lord," said the patient, I couldn't see buying one of them things used." "Why wouldn't you want to buy a used TV?" I asked. "TV? You mean you to play adult videos?" He answered uncertainly. Then it dawned on me. This patient heard my Brooklyn accent. Instead of pawn, it was porn. I explained the misunderstanding. 3 seconds later, the front desk person came bursting into the exam room to see what the loud screaming was about. She was shocked to see us both doubled over in laughter, with tears streaming down our faces. Standing up and wiping his eyes, the patient said, "This is the best damn visit in the VA I've ever had." That was written by Susan Jensen. When we're from different areas, we feel like we're all from the United States, but there is a big difference in accents between, say, up in the Northeast and in the South. I know when I moved back to Nebraska, and they were teasing me about my Florida accent, and I said, "Well, I don't have an accent." And they said, "Oh, yes, you do." When I'm around somebody that has an accent, I tend to pick it up without realizing it. But I just thought that was really a cute story, and hope it tickled your day. Have a good one. I will see you next Wednesday. Bye for now.